So Rob, you know the midnight airdrop is live?
It is?
It is, and we're going to give you a tutorial on today's show live. I will be going through the process of how to claim your midnight tokens, whether it's on Cardano, Bitcoin, AVAX, XRP. I will, again, be doing a live tutorial, a walkthrough, and we'll see. You'll get to see how many night tokens I get to claim from two of my addresses. One's an AVAX address, one's a Cardano address. Or no, one's a Bitcoin address. Anyways, we're going to do that live. We're also going to talk about the bear market, potentially. Some people call it for a bear market. Also, the OTC desks, why they're drying up, and well, what's the balance at now? What about the exchanges? Are those balances falling low? We're going to talk about that. We have some XRP news to share with you. We're going to take a look at the markets and Cardano. Seeing a really, really nice bullish setup on the 4-hour time frame. What's the breakout? Where is it going to go to? We'll talk about that and much, much more on today's episode of Sin City Crypto. Let's go.
Hola! It's your boy Big Rob back in the house, in the cabin house, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Home of our entertainment-focused content, where we take old, boring, stale information, repackage it up in a fun and sexy way. And first of all, I want to say, Bitcoin is moving. Bitcoin is at 115. It was at 113 like 5 hours ago. Seeing some nice movement. Is this the breakout we've been waiting for? We've heard some rumors of tariffs. You know, India got smacked with that
Deodorant.
Deodorant. Okay, yeah,
that's the meme.
Got smacked with 50% tariffs, right? Isn't that
50, yeah.
An additional 25 on top of what they were already getting.
I thought they were like besties, Modi and Trump.
Remember Friday, or no, excuse me, Monday, we were talking about what would happen if there was a tariff situation, and
it pumped. Very similar to what happened in 2018. Remember 2018 in January? The initial, they were worried about the tariffs, the markets dumped, and then the tariff thing continued, but the dumps became less, and less, and then eventually completely flipped. The markets didn't care about tariffs. I think we're going through the same thing. So,
yeah, I think I kind of go back to what I was mentioning on Monday. I think it all goes back to what is in store from the three major trade partners where we get majority of our goods from: China, Canada, Mexico. Also, I mean, you got to look at the other side of the coin. So the purpose of the tariffs is to bring manufacturing back to the U.S. And so, I mean, you have seen a surge in companies relocating to the U.S. You've seen U.S. consumers buying U.S. products. And so it has been perhaps at some way contributing to the rallies that we've seen in the stock market. And, you know, the stock market has performed well since the introduction of the tariffs. I know we've had big pullbacks when Donald Trump has threatened higher tariffs. But ultimately, ever since he's been elected, we did have a pullback initially, but we've been back to S&P all-time highs, or at least close to it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty flat outside of the NASDAQ and the S&P. S&P's up 0.75%, NASDAQ up 1%. Dow, pretty much flat, up 0.25%. Russell down, VIX down. VIX is at 16, which is good. You see a spike in the VIX. Big sell-offs are coming, or they're already here. Okay, we'll get back to the markets here in a second. But, as mentioned, midnight airdrop is live. Have you done your eligibility check yet?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I've had a lot my hands full. Podcast rental.
Yeah. By the way, man, for those of you that are wondering why we didn't do a show from our studio yesterday, this is why. One of our personal favorite podcasts, also one of the largest on YouTube, they are in Vegas, and we made it into the PBD set for them. We definitely didn't want to miss the show today. So that's why the last couple of days we have been streaming from back here, which, by the way, if you watch this show, this dude is hilarious, bro. I mean,
Vinny's funny.
You always wonder on camera, off camera, if they're the same. This dude is funnier off camera than he is on camera. All of them super cool. We had a great time. And so shout out to the PBD team.
And then tomorrow's episode will be live from our studio again.
Yeah.
So
No live show tomorrow.
if you want to see what their show looks like in our studio, you can go watch their channel, and you'll see us behind the scenes there operating.
It was fun, man.
Yeah.
People don't realize the level of production a lot of these studios or a lot of these channels expect and have. And it's really hard to execute. So shout out to our entire production team, everyone from Gina, Brian, Antoine, Mike, Adam, Ashley. I mean everyone. Obviously Rob, and so shout out to our entire team. These guys absolutely crushed it. And so thank you to everyone. Let's jump in. Let's claim some tokens now. I want to be 100% upfront. I have not done this. I am doing this live. So if you're in my shoes and you're like, oh, I'm kind of nervous, I've never done this. So we are going through this together for the first time. So feel free, grab your laptop. You're going to need to do it through a laptop or a PC. Grab it and let's go through it together, okay? I'm going to go through this real quick and then we'll jump into the claim. The wait is over. The time is now. Glacier drop is officially live. Now, if you wanted more info on, well, what's eligible, what's not, what wallet to use, what's not, we did do a Cardano video a few days ago. All that info was in there. I will give a kind of a brief overview today. And Rob, obviously I have control of the laptop, but feel free to watch. And then if you have any questions to the process, maybe put yourself in the shoes of the person watching who doesn't necessarily know or is maybe nervous about doing a claim. And if any questions arise from that, would love to answer that. Be part of the privacy movement. So this is the post, okay? At midnight, NTWRK. Be very careful with scams. Be very careful with scams, okay? This is the website, midnight.gd. I already clicked it. This is where it takes you, okay? Always check the address bar on top. Always. You cannot be too cautious, okay? You'll come to this page. You have to learn how to claim, and there's a claim now. Once you click claim now, it takes you here, okay? So this is where we're going to start. And let me just make this a tiny bit bigger. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to choose our blockchain network. You can see here Cardano, Avalanche, Basic Attention Token, BNB, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. We are going to start with Bitcoin. Okay, choose blockchain network Bitcoin, then you confirm it. Then it gives you options. Where is my Bitcoin? Is it in a browser wallet? Is it in a hardware wallet? Or you can enter it manually. Mine is in a hardware wallet, but it's not a Ledger or Trezor. It's a Tangem. Shout out to Tangem. Highly recommend. My favorite wallet out there. There's a link. There's a link if you want to support the channel. I want to enter it manually. Continue. So paste your origin address. This is where my Bitcoin is currently. This is where my Bitcoin is currently. So I have it pasted. Here's my Bitcoin address. We're going to copy, go back in here, and we're going to paste, okay? Now we're going to click check eligibility. Oh, look at that. This wallet is eligible for 70 Bitcoin. Cool. Which means the other one should be, wow, okay. So 70 BTC for this wallet. Now I do have some few other wallets, Solana, Bitcoin, XRP, and I'll kind of do those privately, but just definitely wanted to do one of the wallets here with you. So 70.47 night tokens and tells us, origin address, Bitcoin. Here is my address. So perfect. We're going to click next. Okay, now choose a destination address. Where do we want our night tokens to go? Now, this is the important part. Browser wallet, or you can enter it manually. Now, if you're not sure on the manual entry, you have to go back to this page, click learn how to claim, or go to news or FAQs, or watch our video we did, and it has all the information on where and which wallets are eligible and you can do. So your safest would be Lace, okay? Safest would be Lace. So what I've done is I have a Lace wallet already, but I created a fresh one on this PC. So this is a Lace wallet, super easy. You just go into your browser. I have Microsoft Edge. Type in the search bar, type in lace.io, go on there. It'll give you a prompt to download the browser, the extension, download it, create your account, do the seed phrasing, and here you go, okay? So this is what we're gonna use to get our night tokens. So we're gonna click browser wallet, continue, and it'll prompt these ones. And this is also a good way to check, like, okay, ooh, I don't have any of these. Well, maybe I should get one. So Lace, done. Connecting. Your destination address is connected. Status unused. Beautiful. Next. Terms and conditions. Now there was a little back and forth from the community as far as, well, the lockups and they can take it away, they can do this and that. If you want to read through this, go ahead. But I look at it's free money, so whatever. We're gonna click yes, click next. Okay, so what is this? Unique claim message. Okay, signature. Please enter the signature generated by your wallet. Okay. Signature generated by your wallet. I think. So let's see. You must use your wallet's messaging signing code for cryptography, signing personal. All crypto wallets offer this functionality. Okay. I think. Okay, this is okay. So okay, star this to. Is this it? Invalid signature. Okay. So like I said, I'm doing this live, so this is not something I had a chance to test out. Rob, do you have any idea on this one?
No.
The signature? Okay. Star 704. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can figure this out together. So receive. No, that's just the wallet address. What's advanced mode? You can use. As you can view all addresses associated with the wallet along with the signing. Okay. Sign message. I think we do this. Cool. All right. Message signing done. So that's the process of claiming, okay? So I think that's... Anyways, we'll come back to this, and I'll see if this thing will load up. But either way, that's how you get through that process, and I'll actually go back and review this. But yeah, it's so far pretty simple. Again, we'll come back and check on and see how this thing went. But Rob, what are your thoughts on the Night token? I know Charles posted something, and let me actually pull that up now. He posted some stats on how many people have already claimed their wallet. Let's see, Charles Hoskinson. By the way, he's also in Vegas. Look at, he's actually, he was live about an hour, 20 minutes ago. Oh, here we go. Already 11,000 redemptions for 250 million Night. I am blown away by the progress. Rob, what are your thoughts on this? And a lot of people have pointed to this midnight airdrop. Hey, people are going to have to create a Cardano wallet. People are going to have to get into the ecosystem. You're essentially forcing them into the Cardano ecosystem. What are your thoughts on how it's going so far? Charles obviously seems impressed. Have you heard the buzz? Are you feeling the buzz? What are your thoughts?
I think this will all be short term. Any kind of pump will be short term for the Cardano ecosystem. As far as a Night token, I'm curious to see how that develops, right? Because we've seen certain airdrops and token releases have more and less success. We've seen some that have had tremendous success. There's been a lot of money made from airdrops, and I'm curious to see what Night will do. But when it comes to the Cardano ecosystem, it's going to take a while for this to have an impact on the base on the base layer, right, on Cardano. And I mean, it's a net positive, I think. I don't think that, unless there's some kind of security problem or some failure, which Cardano is not known for.
Yeah, I would put that at a near zero.
Yeah, I would say that the chances of that are less.
There's one L1.
Less than like 5%.
You agree, right? If there's one L1 that we feel very confident there's a 0% chance of something going wrong, it's Cardano.
Yeah. But that's the Cardano. Maybe there could be hiccups with the midnight.
But it's also Charles, and that essentially the Cardano team is creating it. So it's not like they brought new people.
I don't think that it's, because they're very methodical in their
Yeah.
rollouts and upgrades and hard forks, and so they don't rush anything, or at least they haven't in their track record. So I feel pretty confident in it, but you never know. You never know. But as long as there's no major flaws in either the midnight or its token or its rollout, if there's no major flaws, then I mean, I'd feel pretty optimistic about midnight as a token, as a protocol. But now at the same time, what does that mean for Cardano? Because you can make an argument that layer 2 scaling solutions, and I know that Midnight's not a layer 2 scaling solution. I'm just giving you other examples where something outside of the base ecosystem has drawn value away from the base layer. So you look at Ethereum, you have, all of the arbitrums and optimisms, and you can even throw Polygon in there. At the end of the day, it does take away from the value of the base layer. Now, other people might make an argument to say, like, hey, these are ultimately bullish because is by extension part of Ethereum, right? So there's two sides to look at that. I don't really land on either side. I see both perspectives. But, this is interesting. I still think that Cardano needs to accelerate their stablecoin presence. It's their glaring weakness. They have dApps. They have a community. There's people building. They have, was it DJed, right?
Yeah, Jed.
Looks like DJed when you look at it.
Yeah.
But the Jed token. There's a couple others as well. They're missing that circular tether. And I just find it hard to believe that they're not going to eventually have those on network. It's just more of a question of when, right? And I that goes across all prominent layer ones. So if you're in crypto and you don't have access to Tether or Circle, you're at a disadvantage. And so I think at minimum, the bar is going to be you got to have those on, at least one of the two. And so when is that going to happen? And I think that as a lot of people talk about like projects and milestones, particularly like roadmaps, a lot of the times it's, hey, when this hard fork comes out, when you get smart contracts, when this DEX is going to go live, they're going to do this, the midnight's coming. Like all these things are important roadmaps. I'm not saying they're not. But the day that Tether is on Cardano is the biggest roadmap. And I don't think that that's going to be something that's going to be announced in a long time down the road. I think when that comes, it'll be a surprise. I think the announcement will come, and then a week later, 2 weeks later, it'll be live on chain, and boom, that's going to be the catalyst for Cardano. I think that's what's
That's where the liquidity comes from, right? Stablecoin.
Yeah, it's the liquidity. And we see that the U.S. is getting behind stable coins. They're trying to prop it up. They're encouraging the banks to do so. And that in itself is going to bring a massive surge of liquidity and market cap to these projects, which ultimately will rally the price.
Yeah.
And if you don't have, by extension, Circle or Tether, you're going to be left out. And that liquidity, that money, that market cap is going to go into other projects that have it.
I don't want to be left out. You mentioned a big breakout coming. You probably didn't, but anyways, here's a Cardano chart. We're going to get into this in a second, but first, a word from our channel partner, stake.us. Roll it.
David, what are you doing over there?
Oh, man, I'm trying to win some money playing some blackjack on stake.us. They are a channel partner. So you watching, if you want to have fun on the largest social casino in the entire world, click the link in the description of the video, go to stake.us, sign up with our link, and play games like blackjack, like rock, paper, scissor?
No.
No rock, paper,
I'm
scissor?
just curious. Are you hitting on 17?
Rock, paper. Actually, I have 19, and I'm figuring out if I should stay or if I should.
Please don't tell me you're the guy that hits on 19.
Listen, It's all about context, okay? If he's showing a 20, you have to hit on 19, right? Not financial or not blackjack advice. But if you're trying to have fun, if you're trying to win some free stake cash, redeem it for crypto, look no further than stake.us. Our channel partner, I was playing in a poker tournament the other day.
I saw that.
Yeah.
You did not do well.
I did well. I cashed out.
Yeah, but you didn't.
I put in like 10.
You weren't like the breadwinner.
Listen here.
You weren't like.
I would have won.
Retiring.
My kid had a game. Not retiring. You can only do that if you had like a 1500X on Plinko. But speaking of Plinko, stake exclusive, the most top-rated game. But I did end up cashing out. I think I got like 70X on my money. Not bad.
So let me ask you.
Yeah.
Plinko, is there any strategy to this thing?
Yes.
Do you like spam the
strategy
button?
The strategy is very simple. Listen here, okay? max rows, max bet that thing, and then just keep pressing that button, baby. Work that finger. All jokes aside, big thank you to Stake. Use the link, sign up for an account, come play with us, have some fun.
Try it out. Just download it one time. Give it a spin.
Yeah.
Thank you. Until next time.
So, Rob, what's that one song? It goes head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Well, Rob, I have a beautiful setup here on the chart. Let's take a look. We have an inverse head, shoulders, but instead of knees and toes, maybe we go head and something because it's going to go up.
For the love of
we
God.
go, okay, hear me out. We go, hold on.
Stop.
It goes down, right? Head, then shoulders, knees, toes. It's on the way down. Head, shoulders, back up again because it's an inverse head and shoulders. Anyways, let's take a peek here. This is Cardano on the, shut your mouth. Cardano on the 4-hour, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, the most sensual chart pattern I have ever seen in my entire life.
The wheels on that bus go round and round.
They go so round. That thing is thick as hell. Look at this beautiful inverse head and shoulders pattern.
Maybe it'll flip into a pocket full of posies.
Oh my God. Ring around the rosy. We're going straight to the top. We're going to 85 cents. Okay. So we are currently in the process. It is not confirmed yet, as you can see here. Okay. Not confirmed. You need a break out of this neckline to the upside. So that has not happened yet. Last time I tried to front run a pattern, I got completely destroyed. So the ideal way to play this, for me at the very least, if I'm being a disciplined trader and I'm not getting FOMO, which I'm having a hard time not doing right now with this setup, is we want to wait for the breakout and a retest of the neckline. If the neckline holds and we see volume start to grow, then we enter in here, and that would be at 74.79 cents, which are not too far off. But the important thing is going to be wait till it breaks out first, because it can hit 74.9 cents without breaking out. We want the breakout. We want it to get to around 75 or 76, 77 cents. Get a pullback, retest that neckline, build that as support, and then we're off to the races. We enter here on a leveraged long. At that point, I'd probably feel comfortable doing like a 12 to 15x long. But at the moment, not something I want to put a limit order in, not something I want to front run. I think the markets are still a little shaky. I don't think it's as bullish as far as momentum as it was 3 weeks ago. So we're going to wait and see. This could very well be a failed pattern, right? I mean, we've put in lower highs. This is on the 4-hour. High, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, if it comes in. Now, the one thing I will say that does look good is we just got a long entry. This was at 5 a.m. this morning, Pacific Standard Time. Here's our anchor wave, right? Anchor wave. Here is our trigger wave just hidden below, right? Or the momentum wave is hidden behind our red money flow. But large momentum wave that crossed our OS1, yes. With a green dot, yes. Second wave, much smaller, yes. Green dot, yes. This becomes your anchor. That becomes your trigger wave. Momentum oscillators are looking great. VWAP is looking great. Money flow is not looking great, but it's trending to the upside. And well, if you were to enter that trade at 5 in the morning, that would have been right here. You would be up a third of a percent, pretty much. So not a lot, but this is foreshadowing. Hey, we have some confluence here. Very bullish pattern that should break to the upside. Plus what Market Cipher B is telling us. I'm curious what market cipher A will tell us. No, I don't want you. I want my cursor, and I want to get rid of some of these on the chart. Let's get rid of you, and you. Bye-bye. Market cipher A. So nothing really of note here. This is telling you there's a reversal. So this this blue triangle is kind of telling us the previous pattern or the previous structure or direction is coming to an end and should reverse. So maybe a little more downside. Maybe we get rejected at the neckline, right? Maybe we come off, spill off a little bit, put in a higher low, and then we do the breakout. I don't know how this is going to play out, but keep your eye on that pattern breakout for ADA. Any last words on ADA, Rob, before we move on?
No.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Got some bad news, dog.
What did
We both have daughters. I'm sure we've taken them to Claire's. Remember Claire's?
The cheap jewelry place? The one that, like, if you're allergic to fake jewelry, it'll, like, turn your ears green?
Bankruptcy.
They were only in malls, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, the mall business model is dead. Yeah, I don't understand how anybody makes money.
Are you going to tell your daughter? Or you think she's going to cry?
No, she shops at Sephora, man.
Oh, damn. My bad, bro.
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
$500 last time she was here. And it's like, it's sneaky, man. She has a little basket.
Oh my God, Dad, it's just a little this. It's
a little basket. It has like 15 things in there. You get to the register, you hand the credit card over, and then you notice $477. And you're like, Jesus.
Anyways, Trump's baby accounts could grow to 1.9 million by age 28. Rob?
Baby accounts?
Yeah, remember he's going to give what, $1,000 or $5,000 to every new baby born in 2025 or some shit?
You know, I was thinking yesterday.
That you were overly bullish on it for no reason?
No, there's a lot of reasons. Still bullshit.
Okay.
Is that if he did this, don't you think he is likely to do the Nayib Bukele route where he gives everyone Bitcoin?
No. You're talking you're talking about a tiny economy with five people.
But what he just did with the S&P 500 is pretty similar to what Nayib Bukele did in El Salvador. He gave everyone the NAMI wallet with, I think it was like $100 in Bitcoin, something like that.
NAMI wallet?
It was NAMI.
NAMI is Cardano, dog.
Oh, no. What was the
Chivo. Chivas. Chives.
Yeah.
I love chives. Do you like chives?
Who likes chives? It's
No one. That's my point. I was trying to trap
It's
you.
a garnish. You put a little bit on there.
Do you put it on your potatoes? Mashed potatoes?
Yeah, of course. I got it in my garden.
Fair enough. Okay.
So
You do have it in your garden.
the Chivo wallet, he gave $100 to everybody.
I thought it was
Bitcoin.
$30.
Or yeah, she probably was there.
Come on, bro. Get your facts straight,
Been a
dog.
while, man. I'm a little
NAMI, 100.
I'm a little scrambled.
What's next? My name is John.
So, yeah,
Thank you.
it is. But do you think it's that far-fetched for our president? He
To do the same? Yes.
He just gave $1,000 to every kid that was born in the S&P 500.
Yeah, but everyone knows the S&P 500. Everyone wants to.
Don't you think it would be a similar move
Bro,
to give? Let's just say the
Elizabeth Warren would lose her shit.
Nobody cared that nobody was up in arms about giving $1,000 to every kid in the S&P 500.
Yeah, because it's the S&P 500, bro.
But he's just as bullish and talks about Bitcoin the same way. So what? I'm not saying it's $1,000. Maybe he gives everybody $100. Maybe he gives everybody $500
I'll take it.
worth of Bitcoin. And maybe it's not all residents of the U.S. Maybe he just gives it to kids again. Maybe it's everyone born in 2026 to 2027. Maybe it's everyone that, I don't know, participates in something. Maybe all the holders of his Trump token get $100
That would be
in
fucking.
Bitcoin.
That would be bullshit. That would be utter bullshit. I would be so mad.
Do you?
I wouldn't
think
put it
it's
past
outside?
them.
There
I
you
wouldn't put
go.
it past them.
See.
But that would be bullshit. Let's move on to some other news. Kraken is now PayPal is now live on Kraken. No wires, no waits, no bank logins. Just tap, deposit, and trade I love Kraken. We use it for our business. I have a personal. I also use Coinbase. I like Coinbase, but I really like Kraken, man. I think the safety features are great. Having a white what is it called? Whitelist addresses. It's a little bit, you know, every time I do a giveaway, I have to whitelist an address, and then so it's a one-step process, but I feel very confident. And so shout out to Kraken, but you know, this is just another signal that TradFi is just merging with Web3 and blockchain, and you're going to continue to see news like this. Very bullish. Bears fired warning as OTC desks run drier than Robin's personality set up a huge price shock. MSTR buys most of its Bitcoin from OTC. MicroStrategy bought 182,391 Bitcoin year to date. So in 8 months, this is how much they've bought. They go on to say OTC, this is, by the way, speaking, is Bedlin Capital Prez. OTC Trade Desk collective balances are down to around 155,000 BTC.
Do you remember yesterday? I'll let you finish this. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
I did mean to cut you off. But,
You did. As the OTC desk run low, the demand on the public exchange. Oh, no, reverse. I just cut you off when you cut me off. Okay, what?
We were talking about Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy.
Off air?
No, we were talking about.
So this is Monday.
Monday, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Monday, we were talking about MicroStrategy perhaps buying 300,000 Bitcoin.
Yes.
Within the next year. And you were like, no way. Well, look at that. 150,000, and it's been 7 months.
No, 182,000, and it's been 8 months.
In 8
well,
months.
7 months. We're in the beginning of August, so 7 whole months.
So in 7 months, they bought almost 200,000 Bitcoin.
Correct.
And so I think within a year,
But you agree
another
that
300,000.
But Robin, you agree the price of Bitcoin is going to continue to go up, so they're going to be able to buy less with more money.
It's going to get rocked to the upside because there's not enough liquidity.
Well, then they can't keep. Okay, let me ask you this question. Let's say they end the year at 250,000 Bitcoin, 250K this year. You think next year they can get to 250K again?
This is my whole point, my whole thesis behind what I was trying to speak about on Monday was the fact that there's not enough Bitcoin, so the price is going to have to go higher to slow down the buys. It's just sheer mathematics. And so if there's only, how much is on OTC now? 150?
155.
So if there's 155,000 and MicroStrategy wants to acquire another 300,000, which is twice the amount that's available, if you were to just completely remove every other entity out there that's buying, which is, it's escalating, it's accelerating, then the price has to go higher to prevent that from happening. And so it will get a giant green candle by the end of the year, man. It's not even a question of if, it's a question of when. And the breakout is coming. It's coming soon, man.
You know what else is coming?
What?
I don't know. Probably another you cut me off. Back to the article here before I was cut off. As the OTC desks run low, the demand on the public exchanges will increase, and that is what will uncork Bitcoin's price. On Monday alone, okay, so 2 days ago, Treasuries added 630 Bitcoin despite Bitcoin trading near 3-week lows. Strategy, the largest company holder of Bitcoin, has been acquiring the asset almost every week. Now, Glassnode data shows combined exchange balances stood at 2.919 million Bitcoin as of Tuesday, marking a significant reduction in available supply. And so supply shock, I call it a demand shock, right? That's coming. When? I don't know. Bitcoin rallying 115,649. Let's take a look at the top gainers. The Penguins are back. Top gainer, shocker, up 6.5% on the 24-hour, followed by Kronos, up 6%. Real quick, are you still bullish on, hyper bullish on Kronos? Or is it down a notch? Did you tame it down?
I'm still pretty bullish on it.
All right. Polygon up 5.7%. Pendle, Athena, like Athena. And then some other stuff. The biggest losers, Mantle, Meme Core, Story, Monero, and Litecoin. Rob, we're looking at the top, let's just go top 25 here. E, 3,700, XRP, $3. BNB, 774, Solana, 170.
Real quick,
Yeah.
We're seeing a pretty good breakout on Bitcoin, man. 8 a.m. it was at 14,000, 13,000.
This is your 4 hour, a little bit of a W pattern here.
Dude, it's moving, man.
I'm interested in volume. I want to see where volume is.
Move.
You have another anchor trigger wave buy setup here on BTC. So that's one thing to keep in note. But I want to look at the higher. Let's look at the 8 hour. Actually, not the 8 hour. Let's look at the half day, 12 hour. See if we're seeing anything on market cipher B, green dot. Interested in volume. Seeing an uptick in volume. Actually, a decent uptick in volume, about 2x what it was last candle. Daily, though. Could be a bear flag on the daily. Let's go ahead and draw our fibs. So we are currently trading above our 50% Fibonacci retracement level, which to me, for a bear flag pattern to be valid, price must stay below its 50% retracement. We are currently above it. So as of now, if this closed, the candle closed right now, to me, the bear flag would be invalidated. But if price gets rejected, and we can actually, I'll go ahead and hide I'll get rid of that. And I mean, 115.5 was a level that we've had on here for a while. And you can see just 2 days ago, Bitcoin got rejected here. And it gave back everything it gained the day prior. And here we are now. Could this turn into the very same candle? I mean, look where the price is at right now, Robin. The same exact place it was on a wick when it stopped out, right there. And so could this turn into a wick? Potentially. Again, the way we try to figure that out is we look at volume and we look at other indicators. Let's throw on market cipher A. Market cipher A is showing a nothing really on A that I'm seeing. Let's go to the 6 hour. A is telling us we should see a reversal in trend, which previously was up. So this, if you solely look at this is telling you that price should trend down. Okay. 6 hours also showing us a anchor trigger wave buy. Momentum oscillators are looking good. So to me, a little bit of mixed signals between A and B when we're speaking of market cipher. And I would just be cautious, man. I would be cautious of that level we talked about, that 115.5 level. Again, getting rejected here. I want to see price close above this. We might miss a big move, but again, with the sentiment of the market and volume being this low, you see these large spikes in volume on the sell-offs. We didn't have that on the other pullbacks, right? And so those are my thoughts. I'm a wait and see. I want to see this 115.5 on the daily reclaimed and a close above, not just a wick above. You got any thoughts on current market?
I think that because we came in on Monday at 113?
Yeah. No, 112. Yeah, good.
Just say, we came in Monday 113. It being Tuesday at 115.7 currently. There's 3 more days to go. And so I feel pretty bullish on it. Now I'm not sold on it. I'm not going to go all in, but I have an inkling that this is going to keep going. I think if I had to give you an estimate or a prediction on what we're going to see this week, I think that we get to 117 today. I think we stay at 117 tomorrow. I think come Friday, we are at 118.5.
On Saturday?
On Friday.
Friday.
And then Saturday or Sunday night, we have the big breakout to above 120.
Yeah.
And we walk in here on Monday next week at above 120.
186?
No, 120, 121.
We'll give our predictions on Friday on the show.
Yeah.
Guys, that'll do it for the show today. Want to thank all of you for watching. Rob, you got anything else? Good? Nope. Gina! Thank you all so much for tuning in. Appreciate every single one of you. We'll see you all on Friday. Have a good day.
Cash is cool, Sin City, crypto, everybody know we here for entertainment and info, gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in, for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in then you win, we divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David, I spit the game but they gave it. Named according to your favorite, I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners, special shout out to the well members. Buy the dip, sell winners, ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors, they gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin, laggers we trade them in. Baddies they came to sin, and sinners gon' play to win. Screaming hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya, to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.